Diaz Gutters Collective, back at it. You already know, like a motherfucking smack at it, right? And sorry about the reverberation. Sorry about the little, the way it sounds. You know, there's a little bit of an echo. I'm getting shit together here in the studio, getting things moved in. But at the same time, in the meantime, in between time, I thought if for no other reason I should drop this video to let it be known out there in a menudo style and direct fashion that I got something to say. Yes, indeedy. I wrote graffiti on the bus. I got something to say. As you can tell by that thumbnail right there, we're going to talk about my brother's keeper. Who's your brother's keeper? If you have a carnal that's doing time, like I have a carnal that's doing time, who's doing 20 plus years so far and has a few more left, right? They keep tacking on a year here, a year there, a year everywhere. So let's get ice cream, you scream. We get a year, fuck, ice cream, right? Sasuke, another year, you know, another day. And how do you deal with that? You know, not a lot of people have to go through these situations. There's some people that have children that are incarcerated doing the LWOP, doing all day or doing a long time. So they have to deal with it. A lot of mothers go through a lot of grief having to deal with it, having their kids in that situation. And it's a stuck situation because you can't do nothing for them. You can't go get them, check and see how they are. None of that's happening. They are where they are. They're going to do their time. That's it, period, plain and simple. Now, as far as my brother goes, again, it's out of my hands. If I could trade time, if I could turn back the hands of time, order the game. If I could trade time and go do his time for him, so I'd go do a few months for him. Just, you know, a year, right? But I go do a few months. I'd give him a year or two if I had to. But this is what I would do for my carnal, right? Because I feel for his plight. I feel for his situation. I feel for, you know, the situation he's in. Of course, he put himself in that situation. Everybody starts out on the same linea, starts out in that same race, and everyone has choices to make in life. Okay, but you can't be mad at another motherfucker for making the bad choices or for making the wrong choices. Okay, it was cold that night. The wind's blowing. He got busted that night, and that's it, right? He got caught up in the situation, and now he's doing all day. And now we got to deal from that, okay? For those of you that don't know my brother's backstory, my brother Nico de Modesto, here's his backstory, right? I'm going to give a little bit of it. I know a lot of you day wonders that are out there for my first channel. You remember the story, but I'm going to give you a little remix on the story. And then that way I could elaborate into my video more properly onto why and how it is, you know, basically doing his time with them. So, you know, my brother got caught up in 2001. In 2001, and I ain't gonna go into the super details, but in 2001, he got a home invasion, a few attempted murders. He was really out there wiggling, okay? He got caught up, he was a youngster, he was 19 years old. He got caught up in a bad situation. He was actually with my father, rest in peace. They were crimies, right? They were crime partners, two other individuals. They actually went out there and they were gonna get somebody. You know, they found out that this guy was out there dealing. This guy was carrying some major weight. So they were gonna go Billy the Kid style. They were gonna go lay him down and go ahead and get that. They needed that. You know, separate theirs from his. And all of it being theirs, nothing being his. It initially being his, but then gonna be theirs. Figure it out. So they were going to take this from this individual. They pull up. You know, they already kind of scoped out the situation, figured the guy was going to be gone. He was going to be at work. So they pull up, and of course, His Highness is going to be there. It's going to be an easy one going there. Don't say nothing. That's what the plan was. Go in there, boop, swoop, swoop, doop, doop, boop, 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 so whoop, and get up out of there, right? In a quick fashion. So this is what their plan was, and it didn't work out that way. People came home. People got shot. They had to go on the run. My dad was outside wearing, I said, the clown mask. You know, he was the getaway driver, the it mask. They all float down here. He was all posted up, you know, with balloons in hand. They had to wiggle. My brother jumped off the car. His crimies jumped off the car. My dad took off, man. We ended up with some fights in the fields, you know, trying to play it off. They ended up all getting caught up in this situation and facing a lot of time. Now, I remember at the same time, I was already incarcerated. My brother's writing me these letters, you know, because this was his first time really doing some time. You know, he'd been to the county jail maybe once or twice, you know, for a little fucking infraction, some type of misdemeanor or something. He really didn't do no time, you know, in and out, get OR, get, you know, released. This was his first time and his last time, looking at a lot of time. And they were trying to give my brother 294 years to life. Okay, they were trying to stack all these charges. They were giving him gang enhancements, saying it was gang related. Wasn't even gang related. It was just merely a robbery turned bad. But this is what they try to say. You know, my brother was young. He was dumb. He was trying to aspire to be like me or to be like the people around him, man. He didn't really know what was up. Now he's a grown man, incarcerated, and I can't take nothing from him. Man, he's done a lot of time, 20 plus years already, you know, and he continues to strive in doing what he does, you know. But at the same time, you need to understand that him getting caught up was like my whole family getting caught up. You know, people were used to me already. The family was used to me going in and out of jail, in and out of prison. Ever since I was a young kid, you know, I got caught up for the 187. I went to CYA, and then from there I graduated to the county jail, and so on and so forth, camps, and then prison. So it was nothing for my family to get a hold of me, be like, hey, where's Gun at? Oh, that was doing a year flat, you know, on a violation. Oh, is that right? All right. So it's good. Hey, what's on TV? So it's good. Hey, Men in Black. You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing back then. For me, it was normal. You know, it was just like my father. It was normal. Us to be incarcerated, to be doing time, well, shit. If we weren't, it was a trip. You feel me? But for my brother to be doing that was a little something different. It affected the whole family because it was such a big case. Everybody was like, wow, he's going to get crossed up before he's even had a chance to live. And for me, being locked up, I was already with my hands tied where I couldn't do nothing. There was nothing I could do. I was there pulling my hair. I didn't have no hair at the time, but I'm high side. Anyway, so my brother would write me back and forth, and I would try to give him the best flecha, the best game I could give him. Not only gang-wise, because he was going to do what he did. He was in the Merced County Jail, fully functioning as a norteño. That was his business. That was his thing. Respects to all involved. He was going to do what he did, you know. I could not help him with that. So he used my name a time or two, you know, because I had a lot of homeboys there in the Merced County Jail. But at the same time, I couldn't dictate his program or help him out. You have to stand on your own in that. You got to be a grown man. That's your business. You got to deal with it. But as far as helping him with educational things, you know, giving him the game of a man, you know, who was I to tell him? All I knew was bad. So anything I had to tell him was tainted already. But he was going to take it because I was his older brother. I'm his older brother. And he aspired to be me. He looked up to me. You know, he loved me just like I still continue to love him in an everyday push. Forever forward with our love. But at the same time, you got to understand that I was giving him tainted education. I was giving him education that I wasn't even too sure of. But so it's working so far, I guess, right? I'm not doing all day. So I was telling him, you got to fight your case. You got to continue to fight your case. Don't take a L, because an L in California is an elbow. You're done, right? Try to get a date. He sat in the county jail for 3.5 to 4 years fighting his case. Everybody knew him. He was in there fully doing his thing. And eventually he ended up getting 28 years, or I think 27 years with the strike, right? So he got a date. And I remember that day that he wrote me, or I got that letter, he was very happy. You know, he actually got a date. He's not facing 294 years, or they were trying to give him 30 to life. And every time he went to court, it was bad news. But finally, there was good news. There was a light at the end of Sasuke. Ding dong, the witch is dead, the witch is dead. Oh, we represent the lollipop kid. He was going to go to walk the fucking yellow brick road and hopefully end up at Emerald City and see the Wizard of Oz, right? And get his wish. His wish is to come home. Now, that's been a wish and a struggle that he's been going through for 20 years, since 2001. We're now in 2022. You do the math, right? But he's been doing it. And my family has done every bit of that with him. Yeah, we might not be incarcerated. We might not be going through those hardships of the oil, the battles he's had to fight, you know, going out to the yard, feeling that tension, feeling that stress. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. I know I've done it before. I've done it several occasions, you know, being on the 4 yards, 3 yards, whatever the case may be, having to just feel that aura, having to feel that around you, especially in the California Department of Corrections. I can't speak on any other places, but I can tell you in the California Department of Corrections, man, it gets vicious, right? So my brother had to stay strong, stay striving, stay doing what he did. You know, wherever his path has took him, it's where it has took him, man. He's a grown man. He makes his own decisions. So I can only be his mentor, lightweight, and that's it. But we continue to do it with him. And, you know, so this thing is based on, this video is based on how I deal with it having a brother that's incarcerated. Well, I'm going to tell you, to be truthful with you, there's a lot of separation there. There's a lot of separation. Me and my brother were always very close. You know, you got to understand, I got incarcerated at a very young age, but I always knew that was my brother, and he always knew I was his brother. Do you understand? It was never no, oh, you left when I was young and I don't remember you. Fuck all that, bro. We're Chicanos. Once you're my brother, you're my brother. You know what I mean? From another mother. But this one was from the same one, and we were good, right? So when I got out, of course, we fell right back in the strides. My little brother's all good, man, and he wanted to be like me. If I had the Mongolian, he grew a Mongolian. You know what I mean? If I got a tattoo, he got a tattoo. You know, if I was in the cuddy, well, he was in the fucking passenger seat. It just was like that. But at the same time, I liked his get down. I liked the way he was going with it. You know, he was my brother. You know, I have It doesn't matter right or wrong, I was going to rock with them. I remember we used to go out there, we used to do crime together, we used to do things, hit licks or whatever, and I used to always tell him, look, before he'd get off the car, look, motherfucker, right? And first of all, I was a bad motherfucking brother, idiot, for even taking my little brother to do this. But says, okay, it is what it is. We were out there rocking. But I was like, look, if we get caught up, you already know, shut your mouth. Sasuke, I'll take the blame, and hopefully you can get out, and it is what it is. I'm used to this shit anyways. I didn't want to never see my brother incarcerated because I didn't know if he was man enough to deal with it. Okay, of course, he's proven me wrong. He showed me, not even proving me wrong, I just was skeptical, but he showed me now that he's more man than me. He's more man than a lot of people that I know, a lot of homeboys around me, right? This one is going in there doing his thing, you know? And I used to be scared for him, you know? I used to be like, fuck, man, I don't want my brother to get caught up. But I continued to take him to do these licks with me and do these things because that's just a part of the game. That's how it is. You don't never want to see anyone around you, especially someone you love or someone you're close to, get caught up. But at the same time, right? Just I need that money, right? You're out there, you need that feria, you're trying to come up, hustle, do whatever you want to do. So I need, wait up, 20 years in prison or gold Dayton's. Let's get fucking, let's roll. You know what I mean? Gold ones. This is how it is. These are the choices you make when you're younger and you're dumb. Okay, and I have nothing bad to say on the people that continue to make those choices to strive for whatever they believe in. Continue to do you, man. I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying for me, it's not gonna work no more. Period. You know? I'll die before I go out there and do more crime. It's just not me. Okay? I'm probably gonna have to go that route anyways. But anyway, so look, my brother getting incarcerated, I didn't know if he was gonna be able to hang with it. Because you know, I went through a lot of shit. You know, there were situations when I was in the oil by myself, stressing like, fuck, man, am I gonna stay in here forever? Are they ever gonna feed me? Are they gonna give me a shower? Are they gonna let me out? And I didn't want my brother to feel that pressure and go through that, you know? So every day I sit here and I think about it, you know? And what happens, I'm gonna tell you what happens. You know, you have to live through, now, you know, Vato's got phones. I'm not saying he's got one. I don't want to put him on Front Street. I don't think he does at this point in time. But he's had them in the past and we've chopped it up. You know, everyone gets them or everyone comes across them in prison. It's just commonplace nowadays. It is what it is. You know, they're the cops. He's the robber. You know what I mean? Find it. But I know that at one point in time, all we had was the communication we had was writing letters. And you know, that's infrequent. You know, sometimes I'll write him and he's not here no more. He goes to the oil or I don't know what his everyday situation is. You can only say so much through letters. So we're living through the mail, you know. Having a brotherly relationship through the mail, it's my brother. So we were always behind. Hey, bro, guess what? 49ers lost yesterday to the Rams. Oh, is that right? It's all scared. I think Pittsburgh's going to do good this year. It was already 3-4 months in advance. It was already, you know, so far gone. And you got to understand, me being incarcerated, I was always locked up too. So we never really got to kick it as much as we would have liked to. And the times we did, we were always doing dirt or always in a bad shit because that's where I was at in my life at that time. And that's what I was involved in. Okay, and he wanted to be just like me. He was going to roll with the punches no matter what. So yeah, when you have a sibling or, you know, and I have my brother that's incarcerated, he continues to be incarcerated. I always hear, hey, he's getting out next year, and I'm always waiting in anticipation. It's always the next year, and the next year, and the next year. And yes, I've been down that road, bro. I know that whole get down. You know, it is what it is. They'll let you out when they let you out. So it's good. You know your date, but you ain't letting us know. And you know, that's just the way it is. At the end of the day, man, when he gets out, I'll be right there, hopefully, to greet him. You know, of course, the relationship, we went through all the ups and downs. It's been fractured. It's been Sasuke, you didn't send me a package on this quarter like you said. Or, hey, Sasuke, I need $30. Hey, it was too late. I missed a fucking draw. Or this time, like, Sasuke, oh, you hooked it up fat. Man, I got love for you. It's always something different, you know? And maybe I'm not the fucking best sit down and write a letter like I can. You know, everyone makes promises when you're incarcerated. You tell your cellies, hey, when I get out, don't trip, bro. I'll stop by that pad. Make sure your lady's all good. So I get wobble, 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 right? And I'm gonna make sure that fucking, you know what I mean? Everything's good over here, bro. You got feria on your books. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Wobble, 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 wobble. Beep, beep, boop, boop, boop. Right? And most of it never gets done. You ain't gonna sit down and write a letter for the most part. You know, every once in a while, do what I do. Like, let me give you some game, right? Go to the dollar store, get a fucking card, write a little note in the card, throw a couple pictures in there, and start get boom, boom. He'll love that more than he will a fucking long letter talking about fucking what you did that day, what you ate. Because Sasuke, he didn't do that and he didn't eat that. I guarantee you that, right? And don't even tell him what you ate that night. Because that gay, you know what I mean? Think about your old lady. It's going to be ugly. But, you know, just dealing with a brother that's incarcerated or any sibling or any family, you know, your father, your mother, your kid, you're doing time with them. You know, it might not seem like it. They might not think about it. They might not see it that way. Like, nah, there ain't no way they're doing this. I'm doing the time. Fuck him, right? He's over there watching the fucking, you know, we represent the lollipop. Fuck him, right? Sasuke, I'm here. And they're not, right? No, we're there too, you know, because you're in our hearts and we're on your minds. So Sasuke, we're all encaged in that jungle, which is prison, in that yarda, right? If something happens to you, something happens to our family, then it affects everybody. You know, yeah, there's hardships that we don't go through, we don't want to go through, but there's struggles out here in everyday life that they're not going through. So I gotta pay the rent. So I get cell phone bill, ding, 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 right? And so I don't even know how I'm gonna fucking pay Wi-Fi this month. So but I need it because I need to do YouTube. This is how it is in life. Okay, we're going through our struggles too. You know, everybody has a struggle in life. Life is not without blemish. Life is not just fucking, oh, kick back. It's all crimson and clover. Let's get fuck crimson and about the clover. Okay? It's West Side. This is how it is. You know? But I could say that me and my brother's relationship, you know, even if it gets fractured over time and we don't talk for a long amount of time because they move him here, or they ship him there, or I move here, or I move there, we're always gonna be brothers. What did Bob say? Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still your brother, cabron, right? I'm still your brother, can't change that. No one can change nothing in life. You know, all you can do is roll with the punches and go with the flow. So, you know how they say, just mind your own business and go with the flow. Go with the pinchy flow. That's all you can do in life, is go with that flow. You know, I'll be here. I'm still here. I'm going to continue to be here for my brother, and that's what it is. Anyways, I wanted to talk about, you know, am I my brother's keeper? I always will be, especially when you're an older brother and you have a younger brother that's incarcerated, you know. You have to be his keeper. You have to keep him in check. You have to keep money on his books. You know what I mean? Not that I do all the time because I don't got it like that. I try though. You gotta keep on moving, don't stop. No, utterly soul to soul, you gotta keep on. Back to, utterly, wrong song. But you gotta do what you have to do to make it as comfortable and as easy as for them as possible. Now, let me tell you a little story, you know, and this is about me and my brother when I was incarcerated. And it broke my heart, and I never forgot. But I had to be more man than him at this point, right? Utterly Apollo. So I'm incarcerated. I've been down like 4 or 5 years. I'm doing my thing, you know, I'm doing what I have to do. And I haven't talked to my brother that whole amount of time. He was younger, 15, 16, 17 at this time. So he's a young kid out there going to school, doing whatever he was doing. I understand. But I would call my jefita's house every Friday and, you know, kind of get the rundown. And that I looked forward to that Friday because that was the time I got to talk to my mother. Got to ask for a little feria, you know what I mean? But also, whatever family was around, I got to chop it up with them. I chopped it up with my sisters. I chopped it up with cousins that came by, grandmothers, whoever was there at that particular amount of time. But I never talked to my brother because he was always out wiggling. He was a young teenager, thought he was a gang member or something. So one day I do happen to, you know, contact him. And, or I didn't. What happened was I hear him in the background. I said, hey, Mom, is that Nico, right? Tell him I'm on the phone. Put him on the phone. I hadn't talked to my brother in years, right? And I heard him in the background say, fuck that fool. You tell that fool he could talk to me when he gets out. That fool's always locked up. I ain't tripping off him, right? And that shit broke my heart, right? Because I was like, damn, this is my brother. You're supposed to love me above anything. You know, who gives a fuck if I'm locked up? Who gives a fuck what I did, you know? You know, if I got family members that are dope fiends out there, so it's good, they're just dope fiends, but I still got love for them. If I got family members that are out there homeless, so here's a sandwich from Subway, so $5, and so eat fresh. You know, I'm still gonna look out because I got love for them. If I got a fucking cousin that's a jotito, what's that? And that point, stay over there. I can do it, push it. You know what I mean? I still love you, but not that type of love. You feel me? Bang bang. Literally, not that bang bang. So, but you know what I'm saying? You got family, man, you're gonna love them unconditionally. So that broke my heart. So when the tides were turned, you know, years later when he got locked up and I was out, I had a conversation with him on the phone because he was like, hey, Mom, same thing. Hey, is that, you know, gun out there? Yeah, here. Bam. And I answered, what's up, bro? You know, what's up going on? Oh, fool, I haven't talked to you in a minute. What's up, man? How you doing? And then I broke it down to him. Do you remember when I was locked up and this and that? And I could hear in his voice, I could hear the fuck, right? Oh, how the difference a day makes. When you threw the dicks up in the air long enough, you're going to get slapped with one. One's going to come down. What goes up must come down. And indubitably, it finally came down. But I said, you know what? I love you, bro. No matter what, I'm always here. No matter if you write a little letter saying, hey, you're not my brother no more, I'm mad, I didn't get $40 in canteen this week. ¿Sabes qué? Bang, fucking bang, bang. Sorry. Guess what, carnal? You're still my brother. You know what I mean? And this is it. But anyways, that's just the hardships of life, man. And it goes without being said. People that are incarcerated, I know you guys all have different situations. Everybody's different. People are in there doing life. People are in there doing a couple years. Love that neighbor. Love your family, you know? Because at the end of the day, you're all that they have while they're in there. I've been around a lot of people locked up that have nobody. And I've seen them, you know? They don't even got that opportunity to write anyone. There's nobody. They're just forgotten. They're gone with the wind. Orale. Gone with the wind, Clark Gable. Just is what it is, you know. With that being said, man, I hope that you move fast with a purpose. I hope you get out there, get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about going out there and striving for your familia, man. Striving for your people so they don't get incarcerated. And if they do, rock with them beside them, man, because they need you more than you need them. Or does it go like that? No, you guys all need each other. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about earlier. Anyways, bang, bang. With that being said, man, if you like this, hit that like and hit that notification bell. If not, hit that thumbs down. It's all good, man. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Says, again, my neck is getting kinked up. Orale, the gun. Bang, bang. It's all love for everyone.